everyone, it's Annette Green here. I'm back again. It is week 21 of 2024 and you're looking at my planner because we're going to make a planner page today. It's the end of the month, and at the end of the month I do a planner page video. Every week, however, I make a crafty or a craft related video. So if you want to go back this year, all kinds of various projects have been made, and then last year in 2023 I did a planner page every single week. So if you're in need of inspiration, that's the place to go. So of course, here's my planner. This is a full-size planner from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I've been working a lot lately with the new book number 7, Reminiscence, the book 7 from Esther Glass for Elizabeth Craft Designs. And as you can see, I have been cutting apart and using a lot of this. It's super fun. A lot of red, white, and blue in here, as you can see. So last week, if you joined me, I made this cute little folio. We had a tutorial to walk you through the whole process to make it, and it features the book 7 papers quite a bit, and some new dies from Esther as well. So you can go back and watch week 20 if you like, but you can see those great papers, right? And then I don't think I've posted this too much anywhere besides just like my social media, but I did use the new elegant box die, I believe is what it's called, from Angelica, and I made a little first aid kit. This is also with Esther's new papers, so super fun. Some new stamps, of course, and dies, but definitely features the book 7 paper. Here we are in the States, and it is Memorial Day tomorrow technically, but it is Memorial Weekend, and so a lot of people have had time off from work and, you know, picnicking, barbecuing, people visiting, stuff like that, which is exactly what we did, and that's what my page is going to be about today. Let's get this out of the way for now. And I've got a little plan over here. As you can see, I've already got a lot of things cut and prepared and kind of laid out and ready. So I'll just kind of show you what I've been working on and getting ready and what I've used. So there is my week number 21. That is cut from my classic alphabet die for Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I'll link everything below as I always do. But all these little fun pieces, these are all from the book 7. So I have like a little plan, like I said, a couple American flags there, which is super handy. I've got my photos ready. I do have this little thing maybe I'm going to use, and a little place for my journaling, of course. And then I've used my borders and trims die for Elizabeth Craft Designs to make these 3 borders out of red, white, and blue, of course. And then these are just my little photo mats. So I've cut my page. This paper for my page die is from my Harmonious Hodgepodge. So it has that on the back, and that's going to be like maybe a page I might write something on, but June will start the next page. So this needed to be a right-hand page just to finish out the month. Also, you'll see I have stars and circles here for reinforcements on my page. To my knowledge, the only place that we have a star reinforcement die is in the December Day by Day 2023 kit, which was a online class that I taught, but this is available, I think, still, and if it is, I'll link it. But there's those stars and circles, and of course there's a whole bunch of other fun stuff on here. It's going to take a moment. I've already started to ink some edges here. I'm using frayed burlap distress ink, but really any brown is going to do just fine. And I'm just going to ink around the edges of all my pieces while I chat. With the Memorial Weekend holiday, we had some friends, 2 different sets of friends, couple friends, come visit us from Florida. And we spent a lot of time outdoors together, going out to eat a lot, hiking, biking, all the wonderful things. So it's been a really nice weekend seeing our friends again. Okay, as I kind of finish up inking here. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, of course, welcome back. It's always good to have you here. Say a quick little comment, a hello. I do have some regular faithful followers that I do enjoy to see their comments every week. Okay, so the plan I have, I will show you my loose plan. I don't think I'll ink these, I'm not sure, but my loose plan so far is to put that little airmail envelope up at the top, kind of hanging off, and we'll trim it off. This was on one of the papers as part of like a journaling element, but I did cut that away because I just thought it was a nice little treatment. And I think I want to just kind of snip some of that off, kind of like that, because I don't really need that big long piece. So that might go there. And then I had document. You know, I've got this little airmail thing here, but I think I want document there. And then my 21, maybe around there. Maybe this will come over because I have the American flag I want to get on here. So you see I have two flags. I think you can see that. I'm going to put one here. And I'll put this other one that goes the other direction elsewhere. Not sure exactly where. But there is a loose start plan. Okay. And I think the journaling will go at the bottom. And then I kind of, you know, I looked at my photos first to get the sizes of those mats. So I have those sized properly. Red, white, and blue. I think I'm going to run these over here. I may want to ink these because that red on red is kind of getting lost. But the idea is to nestle these right to each other to have a nice wavy border. So that might go there, like so. Okay. And then my reinforcements, you know, I don't really have a plan for sure yet on those. Let's see. I think that's what I wanted. I don't know. Okay, then this would go here, and this might go here. These are just the mats. The photos are over here. And then I got another flag, and I've got this, and I'll tell you why I have this in just a second. So these might be little things that call out who's in the photo. Maybe like so. So that's how we're looking. Okay, so let me cut out my photos, then we'll talk about that little airmail thing. Okay, especially for the new people, if you're wondering what kind of printer I use, it's a Canon Pixma TR8620. I use glossy photo paper, and it's an inkjet. And I just group them in Photoshop Elements and cut them out on a sheet of 8.5 by 11 glossy paper. And I do save, you know, whatever I don't print on, and I can still feed this through the next time I need just a few photos, so I don't waste anything. But I do see that I used my paper trimmer and I didn't quite get close enough, so kind of trimming off the top there. But I will link below to my video on how I size and print my own photos at home, any size I want. That is something that I do every single time I do a planner page. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that we kind of see my photos laying here and the colors, you know, mostly red, white, and blue, and I don't want everything red, white, and blue. And as you can see with the photos, there's some bright blue, and Scott's shirt here is sort of a bright greenish teal color. So that's why I pulled this, because I thought, well, it's not the same color exactly, but if we could work that in and maybe a little bit more of that color somewhere up here, that would kind of tie everything together. Because that is an odd color to go with a red, white, and blue page. And that is too, but it's at least close to blue. So just so you hear my thought process, that's why I cut this little piece. So I think that's going to help, and then I think we'll try to find something up there. Here testing my different green ink pads, and I have found this brand new grass green VersaFine Clair. I just bought all the new colors, and that looks like a pretty close match to what I got going on. So I just need to decide what am I going to stamp. So I grabbed this stamp. It's a clock stamp from my CS351 Love and Roses set. I think that might work, just kind of coming over a corner over there. So let's try it out. Keep in the color of the page. I'm going to use the same page that I used for the swirly-do, the rickrack. Cut off a little square and we'll stamp that clock. It might look weird. Only one way to find out, right? Let's find out. Okay, that's how that looks. And I'll ink the edges, of course, but the perfect circle die for that clock is in the Circles, Banners, and Ribbons set, and it's that second largest one. That's this set here. The second largest circle cuts that clock perfectly. So, you know, let's not ink it just yet. Let's just take a peek. You know, just that little bit of color coming out. I think that's going to work. Okay, let me ink it up. Let me get some of this stuff down and we'll take a look and see how it's coming together. Okay, and as I start to assemble, I will show you, because I always do this, the planner pages leading up to the end of the month page here that we're working on, because sometimes you don't get to see those. If you are in my private Facebook group, Memory Keeping with Annette, then you do see my weekly pages there. I just don't do an instructional video every time. I just do one at the end of the month, but I do post all my pages every week in that group. So if you find that group and you want to be in it, just ask to be accepted and I'll put you in there. So I am using, in case you're wondering, my precision glue press over here. Looks like a gun. By My Sweet Petunia. Very handy and easy to use, and it sits in a little silicone mat in that little holster there, and that keeps the glue from oozing out. You don't have to keep taking a pin out or a cap off or anything like that. You can just set it in there. It can sit there literally for hours, and in my case overnight, and never dry up because it's sealed in that little silicone mat. Okay, I'm going to continue on, kind of speed through it for you, and we'll get this all finished up here. Okay, I'm taking an intermission here because you see this is such a small little detail thing, I know, but this 21 is too high for me, and it's already down, and document's already down too, so I have this kind of space here I don't like. There's a number of things you can do, but what I did is I went ahead and stamped this little star border. This is from my CS352 travel and postage set. It's just a little star border, and I want to see if that's going to work, and I'm going to get rid of the rules and just keep the little stars. So I'm going to cut that away, and I think that will kind of fill that little awkward space. That might not make a difference to you at all, but it's just one of those little detail things that I think I'm going to like better if I just put that right under there. And maybe, now that I see it, and I have it upside down, of course, let's see. I'll cut this off over here. And rather than just going from here to here, I think I'll go over here into the clock and beyond, like way over here. Why not? So, let me straighten that out. Ink those edges and put that down. Also what this does is kind of tones down that bright green clock, because we just want a hint of it. We don't really need it standing out like super strong. Oh, whoopsie. And we'll just go from there to there. And I hope you agree. I feel like that just helped that weird spacing tremendously. think it's pretty much done. Let's trim this off and ink that bottom edge and take another peek. And then we'll look at the rest of my planner. Got a weird little edge here, but if we ink it, maybe it won't be so bad. So I guess if that ever happens to you and that bothers you, you could trim your page a little bit shorter, and I think that I will. Just a teeny bit shorter, just so that doesn't look so strange. Okay, I think that helped quite a bit, just to shave off a little bit off the bottom. It looks a little bit neater. And so let's get it in the planner here, and we'll look at some other pages. Of course, my planner divider pages that you see there, like you see I have June already ready to go. That is made with graphic 45 paper, as are all my month dividers, and that is a little tutorial and offering in my Etsy shop. So I'll link my Etsy shop below. You just have to have that graphic 45 paper and follow my directions. It has a video to go with it and everything. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. We won't worry about that. But here we go. So let's see. We saw it last month, I believe. Hopefully I showed it. And you will see that I alternate between pocket pages, like photo pocket pages like this, and regular pages, so that photos don't touch photos when I have my book together, closed. But yeah, that was April. We may have seen that already. And then May begins with the week 18. So I'm using a lot of my Harmonious Hodgepodge papers here, and of course all other products from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Every video or every time I post it in the Facebook group, I do tell which dies, which stamps I'm using, and so forth. So, and that little bit of shaving off there, you don't even notice that now. So week 21 is done. Next week I'll be back with some sort of crafty project, but I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next week. Take care, and thanks again.